What is love?
Love. It has inspired poems, started wars, and shaped entire cultures. But what is love, really? Today, we will dive deeper into the psychology and sociology of love, exploring not only what love is, but how it lives and changes within us. Psychologists have long studied love as a powerful force, not just a feeling, but a fundamental human experience. Love, in the world of psychology, is often understood in two major forms: passionate love and companionate love. Passionate love is intense, emotional, and exciting. It's the type of love that takes your breath away, fueled by attraction, desire, and a deep longing to be with someone. Companionate love, on the other hand, is steady and warm. It grows over time, built on trust, commitment, shared experiences, and mutual respect. One burns like fire. The other glows like an ember. Both are real. Both are essential. In this documentary, we'll explore how these two kinds of love emerge, evolve, and influence our lives, from the first spark to the long-lasting bond. So what do we know? We know that initial attraction matters. Things like proximity, similarity, and physical appeal shape our first impressions. But lasting love is something else. If passion fades, what remains? Can love endure, transform, evolve? In this documentary, we dive into the psychology of romantic connection. What starts it? What sustains it? And what transforms it over time? To study love scientifically, we must first define it. Social psychologists have long measured emotions like aggression, prejudice, or altruism. But love? Love is elusive, deeply personal, yet universal. The poet Elizabeth Barrett Browning once asked, "How do I love thee? Let me count the ways." Social scientists took that question seriously. Among them, psychologist Robert Sternberg proposed a compelling answer. He introduced a triangular theory of love, where passion, intimacy, and commitment form the three sides of romantic love. Passion, the fire, the desire, the physical arousal. Intimacy, the closeness, the emotional connection. Commitment, the decision to stay, to grow, and to build a future together.
Across all loving relationships, whether romantic or platonic, some elements remain universal. We understand one another. We give and receive support. And above all, we enjoy each other's presence. But passionate love stands apart. It demands exclusivity. It's expressed physically, and it consumes our attention. You can see it in the eyes. Psychologist Elaine Hatfield defined it as a state of intense longing for union with another. When that love is returned, it brings joy, wholeness, and bliss. But when it's not, it leaves emptiness, despair, and aching loneliness. So, where does passionate love come from? Elaine Hatfield offers a compelling theory. She explains that passionate love isn't just a feeling. It's a combination of biology and psychology. You see, the body often reacts the same way to many different emotions. A racing heart, trembling hands, rapid breath. But what we feel depends on how we interpret that arousal. Imagine your heart is pounding. Are you afraid? Excited? In love? It depends on the context. If you're on a roller coaster, you might feel thrill. In an argument, you might feel anger. In a candlelit room, gazing at someone beautiful, you might feel love. In this view, passionate love is not just physical attraction. It's the psychological experience of being biologically aroused in the presence of someone we find attractive. Our bodies respond, and our minds name it. Love.
In one playful study, couples crawled across the floor in a three-legged race, tied at the hands and knees. Afterward, they rated their relationships as more satisfying. Why? Because adrenaline makes the heart grow fonder. Passionate love, it turns out, isn't just psychological. It's biological. Social psychologist Dutton Aron and his team found that being in passionate love lights up the dopamine-rich regions of the brain, the same regions activated by reward, pleasure, and addiction. Love feels good. Passionate love burns bright, but like all fires, it eventually cools. The intense highs of new romance, the butterflies, the obsession, the euphoria, can last a few months, maybe a couple of years. But no high lasts forever. Research agrees, emotional peaks fade with time. Studies show that after 2 years of marriage, couples express affection about half as often as when they were newlyweds. And around the 4-year mark, divorce rates peak across cultures. So what happens next? If a relationship is to last, it transitions into something deeper, something steadier. Psychologist Elaine Hatfield calls it companionate love, a calm, affectionate connection, one built on trust, mutual respect, shared goals, and enduring friendship. It may not float you on clouds, but it will hold you on solid ground. Companionate love doesn't burn like passion. It glows. It's lower in drama, but deeper in connection. A quiet, affectionate attachment that activates different parts of the brain than passionate love. And it's just as real. When two people are first together, their hearts are on fire. After a while, the fire cools, but they continue to love in a different way, warm and dependable. The shift from passion to comfort is part of love's natural rhythm. But here's something striking. Love follows the same pattern as addiction. At first, it gives you a rush, a thrill, a high. But over time, the brain adapts. The same amount of emotional stimulus no longer excites. And when love ends, it's like withdrawal, malaise, emptiness, the sense that something essential is missing, even if that spark had faded long ago. We often don't realize what we had until it's gone. We stop noticing the warmth that remains until, as time passes, passionate love naturally cools, and something else begins to take its place: shared goals, commitment, mutual respect. The changing nature of love can be seen across cultures. In Jaipur, India, psychologists Usha Gupta and Pushpa Singh asked married couples to measure how much love they felt. Those in love-based marriages reported intense love in the early years, But 5 years later, their feelings had started to fade. The opposite happened for arranged marriages. In couples whose marriages had been arranged by families, love increased over time. Instead of starting with fireworks, their love grew from shared experience, respect, and trust. It suggests something important. Love isn't only about the spark that ignites, it's also about the flame that continues to burn.
When built on values, patience, and mutual care, even a relationship that starts with formality can bloom into something deeply affectionate. Perhaps love doesn't just happen to us. Perhaps we grow it.
The soft fading of intense romance is not a failure. It's nature's design. Passionate love often leads to children, and their survival depends on a different kind of bond, a quieter, steadier, enduring love. Companionate love steps in, deep, mutual, rooted in shared memories, challenges, and daily life. And the story doesn't end there. After the long years of raising a family, something surprising happens. As the house quiets and children grow up and move on, many couples rediscover each other. The romance that had once faded begins to glow again. As Mark Twain once said, "No man or woman really knows what love is until they have been married a quarter of a century." If love has been built on trust, respect, and shared experience, then time doesn't erode it. It polishes it, and what remains is something deep, rare, and profoundly beautiful.
What is love?